Brian here for another episode of Fact or Fiction Friday. As you all know, organic foods are becoming increasingly popular, and there's a lot of debate as to whether or not organic is healthier than non-organic. And like most things in health and fitness, this is somewhat of a loaded question. Is organic healthier in a sense that you're not getting exposed to the synthetic fertilizers or prohibited pesticides that are sprayed on the foods? Then yes, this would be fact. Is organic healthier in a sense that it has more nutritional value or a greater nutrient density, as nutrition folks like to say? Well, in this case, that would be fiction. I certainly don't want to discourage you from eating organic, but at the same time, I don't want you to feel like you absolutely have to. What's really going to make the most importance in your diet is simply just getting more fruits and veggies in daily and not worrying so much about whether or not they're organic or non-organic. Where I think you do get the most bang for your buck, though, is when you buy local. And I would strongly encourage everyone to shop local for their fruits and veggies rather than worrying about if they're organic or non-organic, and here's why. Food starts to change as soon as it's been harvested, and that's when its nutrient content begins to deteriorate. So which do you think is going to be better? A piece of organic fruit that was picked in California, transported 3,000 miles across the country to your local Harris Teeter, and then you go buy it and it sits on your counter for a few days and then you eat it, or if you just go to your local farmer's market on a Saturday morning and eat something that was probably picked a day or two before that. So that's obviously going to be the more nutrient dense food of the two. So in my opinion, local food just massively trumps organic when it comes to nutritional value, and that's why, in my opinion, that's the most important. The fresher the food, there's going to be more fresh because it traveled less. A lot of folks say fresh or local food tastes better, and that's obviously subjective, but and it's probably also just going to be cheaper because you don't have to pay to ship it all the way across the country too, and you get to support your local economy, which is always nice. So there's my answer for organic versus non-organic. I actually choose option C, and that's local. In the comments below, I'll leave a map of the local farmers markets in Charlotte where I'm at, and if you're not here, just Google your area. I'm sure you can find something comparable. And if not, what I normally would do is to defer to the Dirty Dozen or the Clean 15 lists that get published annually that say which foods are most important to buy organic and which ones you can kind of get away with without it. As a general rule of thumb, if you're going to discard the skin of it, like an avocado or a kiwi or a cantaloupe or something like that, then you can safely buy it non-organic. And then, if it's something like berries or peppers or something like that where you're going to eat the skin, then that's something that you would spend a few extra bucks on and make sure you get it organic. So hopefully that helps in the organic versus non-organic debate, and when you incorporate the local as well, that's always my go-to. So hopefully that was helpful, and I will see you next week for a new topic. Thanks.